When you walk through Kinsale, Ireland for the first time, you will feel like you're having a Technicolor fever dream that has come true. So many bright colors and a sky of pillowy clouds, it's as if the kid in you has been transported to the world of Willy Wonka. Where there are storefronts of sweet surprises to satisfy all of your senses. Here we are in the lovely little town of Kinsale. How much have we eaten?
Oh, I've had a couple pastries already.
We've had a pastry that was basically a croissant with a ton of sugar and a lot of stuff they use as leftover dough, but they made it into art. There's a wonderful pastry place we're going to show you now. And then we had a sausage roll over at Joe's.
Yes.
This beautiful little amazing place. And then right in back of us, we're going to show you the Stone Mad, which unfortunately isn't open and has an amazing window. And it's this beautiful green and orange and purple and luscious butterflied little fairy land. It's this cute little town.
Cutest little shop I've ever seen.
Yeah, all the town here. This is almost like an Irish version of Bergen to me. We're going to go up to Bergen and they have all the colored houses right there on the harbor. This is like all the houses are all colored, all different shades and different pastels, and it's just gorgeous. And look at that sky.
It's a beautiful day.
Oh,
another beautiful day
here in Kinsale. A quick half-hour jaunt from the city of Cork, Kinsale is the final stop on the Wild Atlantic Way. The scenery into town on the tour bus was quaint, with colorful buildings, tiny bridges, and so many bogs we thought Yoda and Grogu were going to step out and greet us. Originally a medieval fishing port, the coastal enclave of Kinsale, derived from the Irish Kinsale, meaning head of the sea, is fabled far and wide for its beauty and its rich history. The harbor is quaint and quiet this morning, but as the day progresses, it gets a wee bit louder with tourists, but not by much. This town is a sleepy one that only gets kind of crazy when the cruise ships come to the coast. We arrived at 10:30 in the morning, and none of the pubs were open. Only a few of the coffee shops, but plenty of buildings and wonderful decadent scenery were to be found. The only place open at these wee hours of the morning was Joe's, a little artisan bakery and cafe. It had everything to wake us out of that cruise ship breakfast coma. Colorful art, caffeine, sausage rolls, and scones. What more could you ask for on a fine Kinsale morning? If you follow down another kaleidoscope street here in Kinsale, you'll finally come across Market Street and the lovely store Weavers of Ireland, where you could find every single type of Irish clothing you can imagine and every single pastel color you could bring to mind. Sweaters, dresses, scarves, hats, you name it, they've got it. Made only by the locals here in Kinsale. And now it's time for a game of Do you have a clean mind or a dirty mind when it comes to the term daisy chain? Comment below. Want to sound like a local when you're in Kinsale? Feck yeah, you do. Repeat after me. Tell your friends, for feck's sake, go feck off. And if you really love them, call them a feckin' idjit. Sick of all the drinking, eating, and window shopping? Get your history on, hop on one of the local buses, and head over to the Charles Fort. Erected in 1682, it's where the old borders of the city lie. Don't feel like taking the bus outside of town? Check out the small model of the town's borders just in the town square, where you'll also find the McCarthy statues and a restored tumble cart that was used by the locals back in the day. We were there on a cruise boat tour, so unfortunately, none of the bars were open for another hour, but I had to see the interior of the world-famous White House. The White House Kinsale is a Georgian guest house and restaurant that has been welcoming guests since the 1850s. The Frawley family run the property, which is known for its hospitality and fine food. Talk about fine food. This isn't just your regular fish and chips. Kinsale is known as Foodie's Paradise for a reason. Check out this exotic bill of fare. Wild Atlantic Way chowder, almond and panko crusted chicken, and Atlantic prawn pops. Of course, your traditional fish and chips, but right alongside a braised Irish lamb shank pot pie, a poke bowl, mussels with spicy Italian sausage fennel, spring onion broth, and garlic crostini, and a Cajun tempura squid Caesar salad. Quaint decadence is the word here in Kinsale, be it in visual form or edible form. So hop up to the Fifth Ward bar, get yourself a Guinness, then wander out for a day of wonderful day drinking or visual wonderment. The pubs are aplenty here, that's for sure. No wonder so many of my fellow Chicago natives would make the pilgrimage across the pond before me to get a pint in this lush Technicolor wonderland. The clouds started to set in as we drove to our lunch, past a few houses of traditional Irish worship. For lunch it was tradition, traditional pints, a traditional Irish band,
For judging to the next morning, both of us had to attend. And the judge said to me, young man, your case I must now apprehend. Her eyes like shone like diamonds. Everybody know, you think she was queen of the land? It was! With her hair thrown over her shoulder, tied up with a black velvet band.
and then of course, traditional Irish dancing. We got back to the Norwegian Star just in time to see the sky fill with Irish tears and for Darlene to reflect on why Cork was her favorite port so far on this cruise.
It's everything you would expect to go to Ireland for. You have all of the great little towns and shops and houses, and you even have like an industrial area or where people are working and there's bustling and there's things to do. And then you have the areas where it's plush and green and there's foliage, and you have a beautiful castle, and you have, gardens. It's everything rolled into one, exactly what you think it should be. A big old black cloud came floating in, and then it just rained all over everyone. But we were already on the boat at this time, so it was perfect.
What did we see off the boat here?
We saw some cute little houses, all with different colors, and they had little windows on the top, and they were a cute little town where there was like a bunch of different shops. It's just so cute. And right now, you look out there, and you see all the farmland and all the green. It's amazing.
Want to live the Hollywood Greg lifestyle? Join me on some of the raddest journeys and retro adventures by watching these next 2 videos that you see right on the screen right now. Join me on social media at Hollywood Greg LA, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel, the Hollywood Greg channel.